Hello, you're welcome to my math friend. Once again, this is your favorite maths educational channel under the auspices of Dogza Education, the maths experts. Right, this is a continuation for our dear junior high school students. In the previous lesson, we looked at certain key terms, all right, so that you don't need to struggle when it comes to shapes. Okay, answering questions on shapes. So you can go to the previous video and then you listen attentively and take note. Good. So let's look at a solved B.E.C.E past question, all right, on shapes. Very well. Before we continue, I want you to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you've not, so that you don't miss a lot, and hit the notification button for more of this educational videos. Very well, let us begin. Good. The question is, the floor of a rectangular hall is of length 9 meters and width 4 meters. How many tiles of 20 centimeters by 30 centimeters can be used to cover the floor completely? Again, the floor of a rectangular hall is of length 9 meters and width 4 meters. How many tiles of 20 centimeters by 30 centimeters can be used to cover the floor completely? Very well. It is expedient that you sketch or draw the shapes you're talking about. Other than that, it's just going to be theoretical and difficult to understand it. It's better to picture what you're talking about. They said a rectangular hall. So since it's a rectangular hall, it also has a rectangular floor. That is what you have over there. So you have the floor. Now, the dimensions are 9 meters by 4 meters. It means the length is 9 meters, the width or breadth is 4 meters. Good. And it said that how many of the tiles of 20 centimeters by 30 centimeters. So that's the tile over there. A single tile. It means that a single tile, one tile, has the dimensions 20 by 30. So what they are saying is that there are quite a number of these tiles that will fill this rectangular floor. You got that very well. Just like when someone is tiling, all right, their room, tiling their floor. Yeah, so you need to calculate and know the number of tiles that will fill this floor. That is what the question is all about. Good. Having understood this, let us begin. Good. Now you notice that they are in two different units of measurement. We have the meters and we have the centimeters. Meters for the floor, centimeters for the tiles. It means that we need to leave our answers in one unit. Good. Now, if the question was specified that you should leave it probably in centimeters, you do so. It's specified to leave it in meters, you do so. But in our case, it wasn't specified, so you can choose to leave in any unit. But it also means that you need to change one unit to the other. Good. Now let us first calculate the area or the space that this floor covers. Very good. In that rectangular hole, the space, that's the area. Now since it's a rectangle, just write the area of the floor, that is the area of the rectangle, equals length times breadth. Was the length 9 meters by 4 meters. 9 by 4 is 36 meters squared. Don't forget to add your meters into the power 2. Good. Are we done? No, we're not done. Now, the question stated that, the question party said, how many tiles of 20 centimeters? So the number of tiles is what they are requesting you to find. And they said the tiles is in centimeters. It means that appropriately here, you could see that you should leave your answer in what? In centimeters. In centimeters, exactly. Because it said how many of the tiles of 20 centimeters. Leave it. You can also choose to leave it in meters, right? But let's just go by it. Let's leave it in centimeters since they are requesting for the number of tiles. Good. It means that since the tiles are already in centimeters, let's convert or change from meters to centimeters. Now, what is the equivalent for a meter in centimeters? All right, let's find that out. So 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. So if 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters, then 36 meters, okay, will give you what? 36 will give you, we don't know the number of centimeters, so replace it with a variable. Let's choose x. We cross multiply. Number times x, 36 times 100. X times 1 is x. Number by a variable. If it's 1, the 1 is beside it. Since it's 1, you don't write it. So x equals 36 by 100. You multiply the non-zeros. 36 by 1 is 36. Then you add the two zeros. What do we have? 3,600. 600 done in centimeters. Centimeters was square. So 36 meters square or 3,600 centimeters square. That's the equivalent. Very well. Good. So that is the area of the floor. Now let's move to the tile. Let's first find the area of that tile, that single tile, using the dimensions. Okay, using the dimension. So what shape is that? There are different dimensions, 20 and 30. So that's a rectangle. So you see the area of one tile, which is the rectangle, same as the length times the width. Since they used width in the sentence, let's use width. Length times width. The length is 20 centimeters and the width is 30 centimeters. We multiply the non-zeros. 2 by 3 is 6. And the other two zeros. So 600 centimeters square. Don't forget to add your centimeters and your square since it's area. Good. Now that you have the area of the tile, we go straight to our question. He says that how many of this 600 centimeters square tile can fill this 3,600 centimeters square floor? That's the question. How many of these tiles? So as we solve it, we can be noting. Okay. So that's, I'm putting it in asterisks over here so that as we conclaim, we don't forget. Good. All right. So then we write, now that we know that the area for one tile, so we see that if one tile, okay, one tile is equal to 600 centimeters square, how many of these tiles? Right. A single tile is 600 centimeters. So let's say a single tile fills here. So how many of this 600 centimeters square tile will fill? How many of them will fill this rectangular form? So you are using the area. So how many of this tile? How many we don't know, can replace it with a variable y. Let's choose y this time. It could be any letter m, k, any. Equals the rectangular form, which is what? 3,600 centimeters square. Very good. We cross multiply. 1 times this, y times this. Let's start with the variable. So we have 600. This implies 600 centimeters. Sorry, 600y, which is equal to 3,600. You see that? Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, 600y equals 3,600. You need to let the variable stand alone. We're looking for y. So divide both sides by the number beside 600. Same to the right, 600. 600 is common, cancels each other. You're left with y equals 2 zeros cancels 2 zero. 36 divided by 6 means that how many groups of 6 goes into 36? 6, in other words, 6 times what gives you 36? It's 6. So y equals 6. Now, they didn't ask you to find for y. They said how many tiles. So you end it properly. All right. Y is the same as the y equals 6 is the same as the number of tiles. So then you stated that. Therefore, right. So like we're saying, therefore the number of tiles that can be used to cover the floor completely are six. 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 The number of tiles used. Six. Good. So six of these tiles can fill this rectangular floor of that rectangular hall. Great. I trust you understand this lesson very well. Simple. So follow us. This is my math friend. We'll be solving more of these examples on shapes. Okay. As you prepare towards your BC, trust us and follow us. You can leave your questions in the comment section and your comments, and would address it as quickly as possible. Very well. Okay. Stay safe. Follow us for more. Bye.